Hi everyone, and thank you for watching. So in this video I want to talk about reality being an illusion, and also if separation in reality is an illusion. And I'm going to use a few very well-known theories, scientific theories, physics theories, to kind of illustrate my point and explore the concept, or explore the idea. Because if I as a person, or anyone else as a person, is an illusion, then the physical world has to be an illusion also, right? So let's start with some very famous theories, like the Big Bang theory. And everyone doesn't believe in it, but we're going to start from there. And now with the Big Bang theory, it basically says that the whole universe, it started at one point and it expanded like at exponential speeds at first, and then eventually it slowed down, but it kept expanding for like 15 billion years. That's what they say about the Big Bang theory. And the thing about the Big Bang theory is that if you observe the universe in any direction, this way, everything is supposed to be like almost perfect, like uniform. And like the scientists, they wondered, like, how is everything so uniform in any direction that you look? Like for example, if you observed this direction for like infinite distances, whichever way the universe expanded that direction, and then you looked in the same amount of distance in the opposite direction, it would have like similar characteristics, like the same temperature at those equal points in opposite directions. And what that kind of means or alludes to is that the universe, or those points, are communicating with one another. How can they be the same if there's no type of communication going on? And some proposals to that belief is they believe that there was an expansion, like blowing up a balloon. When you blow a balloon up, it expands, and it expands uniformly. So that was their belief on how that works. And in that case, the communication either happened at the very beginning when everything was just one unit, or the communication was happening like after everything expanded and was like infinitely very far from each other. The communication was happening in some other type of a way, like so you know what I mean with this. So what it implies is that perhaps there's some type of connection going on there, like things never ever were separate, because there's either some type of communication that's happening while they're far apart, or they maintain the ability to just keep the same program right from the beginning before they spread it out into infinity. So let's go to another theory. So that's the Big Bang theory, and what it kind of implies about separation being an illusion, or just being separate, period. So let's talk about like physics and energetic fields. So let me kind of explain what I mean by an energetic field. So you have like an electric field, right? An electric field is, you have an electric field, right? It's the energy field, and they're all over the universe, different energy fields. You have electric field, you have electromagnetic field, and all kind of other different fields. But in science, an electric field, an electron within an electric field is a disturbance in that electric field. So that disturbance would be considered an electron. And for an electromagnetic field, if there was a disturbance in the electromagnetic field, that would be a photon. And all it is one field. It's one field, but the disturbance in that field is what creates something that seems separate from that field, but it's not separate. It's still a part of that field. And even if you if you made two disruptions in one of those fields, and those disruptions were separate from one another, they're still just one field. Now, can those two disruptions in that field communicate with one another? I believe so, but that's unproven. It's not proven. And if you look into another theory of like in quantum mechanics, entanglement, where they say that you have a particle that was connected to another particle some type of way from the same process that created them, or the process that binded them, however that works out, and they separated from one another, then those two particles would be in constant communication no matter how far away they went from one another. And they call it it would be non-local communication. Like with this whole idea, when something happens to one particle, like something that's measurable, then the same thing happens to the other particle. And I'm talking in terms of physics and physical changes, and that's called entanglement. And in this case, no matter how far apart they go, when whatever happens to one happens to the other. Now, while I was researching this, I tried to apply this concept to like to human beings and real life as much as I could, because you can't really just say this happens in physics, so this happens to people, because it's not quite that simple. But I think everyone's, or whoever thinks like this, their intuition is I think it's pretty sharp. It's pretty close to what the truth is. So I thought it was very interesting. So what I'm getting at here, like all these three theories that I just talked about, all of them imply that there's a interconnectivity of everything, and this is physics. And like I just said, physics and an actual real person and a person's thinking and emotions and stuff are very different from one another. But also, as I said at the beginning of this video, if I myself am an illusion, then all the physics going on in the universe is an illusion also. And I don't believe you can separate one from the other. And that's how life and the world is set up now, where you separate physics from what you believe and what you feel, because one's considered fantasy and one's considered reality. But as far in my mind, if one's a fantasy, then all of it is a fantasy. So I don't think you can separate those either. So anyway, those are my thoughts on reality being an illusion and the illusion of separation, if there's actually an illusion of separation. And notice I didn't answer the question. I left it open-ended. I just compared some things, and I just gave you my rationale about why I compared them and why I laid things out the way I just did. Anyways, I love and appreciate you. Y'all have a great one out there, and thank you for watching.